only real content is gonna last. All that other nonsense is here today and gone tomorrow.
Culture and art and our expression is how we remember society at the end. So yeah, how do you think fashion plays a role in culture?
Actually, what you said about how culture is how we remember a society, I think I'm always the first one in my group to like tell everybody that it doesn't matter what you're wearing, we all look great as long as we feel great. Yet, I meticulously choose out everything I wear every day. Um, but essentially, on a grander scale, it's a reflection of society. I think it's more on a grander scale. It's more of a reflection than an instigator. It's if you look at kind of the sweatpants boom that we're experiencing right now because everybody's at home, um, if uh, but also it can be something um, that actually causes fear in some people. I would, I come from Hong Kong, and over the last year, there have been so many. But even before COVID, there was a whole 6 months of civil unrest where it was just protests all over the place, um, because of the way the central government was handling everything. Um, and something that resulted from that was that nowadays, whenever we're designing anything black, whenever we're shipping anything black, um, because that was the color that lots of the protesters wore, it always experiences issues in shipping, uh, going to Hong Kong and going from Hong Kong. There's always delays, and that is something that we've had to account for, regardless of which company I go to. Um, and then it's just very ironic because it's just a few hoodies in a box, and it's already inspires so much fear from the authorities. Um, it can be an economic signifier. People who wear clothes for the brand that they put on and what that means, uh, or specific things that they wear. Like people who really like to wear clothes specifically to show their wristwatches, just to show people that they can afford a wristwatch. Um, it could be like a more affordable version of a sports car, or it's an identity, uh, something to show what group you belong to. I when I came to London, I started swing dancing, and there is a very specific visual language to how we dress ourselves. Um, a lot of us we like to wear vintage clothing, um, and a lot of it wasn't. It didn't really help us move that much better. I mean, I always go by the argument that the wider the trousers are, the higher I can kick. But it was also about kind of being able to associate with each other, aesthetically. Or if you look at streetwear, all the different followers of each specific brand, how everybody kind of tracks the different drops and goes and lines up for those drops in person, and they kind of socialize with each other, comparing merch. Um, so that could be that. Or it could be a means of protest. If you look at the history of drag and how just by changing what you wear can cause so much reaction to people. It's I guess fashion's role in society tends to be a lot more scattered. It's more specific to the individual and the groups, and that's where the power lies. You don't really know what is going to be the thing that causes an effect, but in hindsight you'll be able to see it.